Welcome back to Spill the Beans podcast. I am so excited to have you here. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast, Spill the Beans. It's me, Beans. I hope everyone is doing beautiful and amazing. I hope everyone has enjoyed their holidays, whatever you celebrate, Yule, Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I hope you guys have all had beautiful, amazing holidays, right? I didn't do a whole bunch for the holidays. I just spent some time with family, which was really nice. It was really fun, and so I enjoyed it. Some of the things that I'm grateful for are you guys, obviously, who support me, who show all of the love and the support, and my families. Um, so yes, we are getting ready to start this new year off. Right, we're getting ready. We're gonna start it off right. We're gonna start it off with some good energy. By the time this video comes out, I fear it will already be the new year, right? Um, so that puts this video just a little bit behind, but that's okay, right? We will live with that. This video is going to be about letting go, releasing, and just really trying to start this new year off with some good energy, right? Because we don't want to bring any of that negative, harmful, just stagnant energy with us into the new year. So, what I'm going to be talking about is how to let go. Because depending on what you need to let go of, it depends on how you would let it go, right? Because if it's people, then that just includes creating some distance, right? Creating some distance, letting go of some feelings. And letting go of feelings isn't easy, right? Because you got to be like, okay, why do I feel this attachment to this person? How do I let go? And it's just a process of allowing yourself to accept the fact that, hey, this person is not bringing you the energy that you want. This person is not bringing you happiness. It's not bringing you security. They're not bringing you the abundance that you want. And they're dragging you down, right? And so accepting that and being like, I have to do what's best for me. I have to do what's best for my energy, for my stability, and going forward with that, right? And knowing when to let go uh, sometimes can be hard because you have to come to the realization of, hey, this, what's happening right now, isn't good for me, right? It's not bringing me happiness. It's not bringing me abundance. It's not bringing me what I want. And so I have to try and bring in the things that I want. So it can be different, but most of letting go includes creating some distance, creating some space between you and whatever it is that you're trying to let go of, right? Emotions are more like, let's process these things. Sometimes it can just be speaking them out loud, right? Speaking them and verbalizing them can be a form of letting go because sometimes we hold on to things so tightly, um, and it keeps us held down, right? It keeps us locked up and it keeps us trapped in our own bodies. So sometimes just letting it be known what's aggravating you, what's hurting you, can be a form of letting go, right? So it's incredibly important to not bring that energy with us into this new year. Some things that I like to do for letting go for the new year's is I will do like a mini ritual, right? And what it is I have like this tiny fire pit, and I will write down all of the things that I want to let go of, all of the things that I no longer want to bring with me into the new year. And I will just burn that, right? And I'll just sit outside and burn it and just release that energy into the universe, you know? And then while that is done before New Year's, typically. And after New Year's, I will kind of like manifest what I want the new year to be. I'll be like, okay, and here's what it's going to be. Here's the energy that I want to bring in. Here's the energy that I want to create. And I'll make a list of those things too. But instead of burning those, I keep them and I like have them hanging on my wall so that way I can see them. That way I can remind myself, hey, this is the energy that I'm trying to cultivate, right? This is the energy that I'm trying to bring in, and that's my goal for this year. So, if you wanted to, you can do that. I also do cleansing, cleaning, I will clean my room, my house, do a little bit of a deep clean, vacuum, wipe down walls, wipe down baseboards. Anything that I've been putting off, I try and do. Like, there's some decorating stuff that I've been putting off for forever, and I was like, okay, I gotta get this done before the New Year's because I don't want to go into the New Year leaving things unfinished, right? The goal is to finish up as many things that I haven't finished that I've been like, okay, I'm going to finish it later. Finish those things up so that way I can start the new year off on a good start where it's like none of that old stuff from the old year coming in. We're going to start off brand new, new energy, new adventures, new opportunities. So during the year, any of the books that I've been trying to finish those, which I'm really proud of myself for, right? Any of the decoration stuff that I've been like, okay, eventually I'm gonna do it. I finished that. Any projects that I've been working on that I really wanted to finish, I tried to finish up just because I don't want to bring that energy into the new year, right? And I just cleansed and did a smoke cleanse. The smoke cleanse, you can, the thing about smoke cleanses, this is me going on a small little tiny tangent here. The thing about smoke cleanses is you can do smoke cleansing with literally anything, right? Lavender, chamomile, cinnamon sticks, rosemary. I like rosemary. Rosemary is really nice. Frankincense, incense. So some of the things that I smoke cleanse with are frankincense, incense, rosemary. And if I'm really trying to bring in abundance and everything, I'll do some cinnamon sticks, right? So my plan for the new year, like on New Year's Day, as I'm manifesting everything that I want to bring in, I'm also going to burn some cinnamon sticks just to also bring in abundance, just to be like, hey, in this upcoming year, I'm going to be abundant. I'm going to have everything that I need. I'm going to bring in security, stability, all of those things, right? Because it helps, because it just brings in the right kind of energy to you. So those are some things that I would recommend, right? If you're like, all right, there are some projects that I haven't really gotten to from last year that I kind of want to finish those up. Even if you end up finishing them like the first week of January, that's okay, right? You're still closing that energy off, and you can still start to bring in the new energy. You can be like, okay, now I'm prepared to really start this year off right.
Also wanted to show you guys this awesome spell that I'm doing for New Year's. So basically what it is I have this butterfly candle that I'm going to light on New Year's Eve, like, I don't know, 30 minutes before New Year starts, right? And then I have some jasmine, some lavender, some cinnamon, all here just to bring in the correct vibes, just to bring in abundance, peace, love, just wealth. And I also have some black pepper in here just to bring in protection. I re-upped all of my protections just so that way I could make sure that as I'm going into the new year, I can be divinely guided and protected, and don't have to worry about any of that. So those are also things that I did for New Year's.
So that is my recommendations for you guys. And if you guys would like to share anything that you did for your holidays and rituals, I know someone who it was their second time celebrating Yule this year, which is super awesome, super amazing. Me personally, I don't celebrate Yule. But it was their first time celebrating it with their coven. And so they had a really awesome time. They really just had the best time with these group of people and did some rituals, did some spells, and they did like a little gift exchange. And it was so sweet and so nice, right? Like, I just love that. Like, being able to spend the holidays with people whom you care about, is always nice. It's always fun. So if you would like to share anything that you did for the holidays, feel free to share. All right, I'm down. Like, down to hear it. Please. For New Year's, which is in like a day, I don't really have much plans besides, like I said, the cleaning, which I've done most of my cleaning already. I've done most of my decorating. I've done most of the things that I've needed to do. So I really don't have anything that I'm going to do for that I think some of the like traditional things that I do for that is the first meal that I have of the year always contains greens, black eyed peas. We have moonwellows to bring in abundance, right? So those are some of the things that are like ritual that I typically do to like ensure that the new year is going to start off good, on the right foot, on the right track. I'm also going to just before the New Year's just set up my altar a little bit to thank my spirit guides, to thank my ancestors for basically helping me through this year, right? For helping me through the struggles, for thanking them for helping me through the hardships, and just asking them to continue to do that for this upcoming year, and asking them to help me cultivate and create the things that I want to create in this upcoming year. So that is also a part of my plans. Other than that, I don't think I have much else to do for the years. But like I said, feel free to share. Another thing that I really wanted to talk about for this episode is how to be healthy, right? But healthy in the way of like, let's take care of our physical needs, our emotional needs, our spiritual needs, our mental needs. Because what is so important, and I feel like going into this new year, we're going to have to take care of ourselves a little bit more. We're going to have to be a little bit more attentive to our needs, to the things that are not going well, that are hurting us. So it's important to make sure that we're aware of like what even are our physical needs, what even are our emotional needs, what even are our spiritual needs, right? Like our physical needs are basically clothes, food, shelter, something to sleep on, right? Those are your physical needs. Food, drink, water, shelter, clothes. Making sure that you have those things and that those things are secured gives you a solid sense of stability and lays down a solid foundation for you to be able to create abundance, for you to feel safe, for you to feel comfortable, So that's where it starts, is making sure your physical needs are met so that way you can then go up to the next step and be like, okay, let me make sure I feel loved, right? Let me make sure I feel like I have a community, right? Let me make sure that I have someone to talk to when I need to talk to someone, when something's going wrong, someone who can give me advice. And those are really your emotional needs, right? Being like, I need community, I need people to talk to, I need someone to listen to me, I need to listen to someone, right? Friends, family, those types of things. Spiritual needs, though, that really is when you feel like you have a connection with the divine, and everyone feels a connection with the divine in a different way, right? Some people, they feel the connection with the divine and or yourself when they're out in nature, right? If they're out in nature, just sitting with nature. Sometimes people feel a connection with the divine when they are around animals, right? Some people meditate to feel that connection. Some people exercise to feel that connection. So it's vastly different from person to person. And so you have to just learn and start to be aware of, okay, what makes me feel that connection? What makes me feel more spiritual, more in tune with myself, more in tune with the divine? Is it setting up an altar? Is it doing a ritual? Is it meditating? Is it spending some time out in nature, spending some time with animals? That's really what that one is. And that's super important because oftentimes we go through life and sometimes we just don't feel connected with ourselves. We don't feel connected. We feel lost. We feel misguided. And so doing those things helps us regain some clarity of what we should be doing, what path we should be on, where we should be going. So that is also important in that. And then mental health is just making sure that things aren't mentally chaotic, right? Making sure that things aren't super stressful, super overwhelming, anxiety. And those are hard things to deal with and overcome and be like, okay, let me deal with these things. And that's because sometimes there's no real reason for you to feel those things. It's like, okay, I just randomly got this anxiety and there was no real seeming reason for me to feel this much anxiety. It's just here, you know? So it becomes a thing of figuring out, okay, why do I feel these emotions? Why am I feeling super stressed or overwhelmed? And how can I lessen that stress? How can I lessen the overwhelming feelings? And that's just the thing of figuring out what relaxes you, what calms you, what brings you a sense of peace, so that way you don't get mentally super stressed out and unstable, because that is not a good place to be. When you're in that position, you tend to, crash out a little bit, which, listen, it happens to the best of us. Okay? Sometimes we do indeed crash out, and it is what it is. Okay? Oh, this is back to bringing in the correct energy for the New Year's. I just had a thought. You could also, if you wanted to, do bay leaf burnings, right? I'm a fan of bay leaf burnings. They're one of my favorites. And on the bay leaves, you could write what you're trying to bring in for the New Year's and just burn them, right? Be like, okay, burning bay leaves over here, because burning bay leaves is so magical, number one. And bay leaves help you bring in your manifestation. So if you're like, well, I can't do like this whole fire pit thing, you can burn bay leaves if you want to. If you can't burn anything at all, that's perfectly fine. You can write down what you want and you can submerge it in water, right? And then sometimes people ask me, well, what do you do with the paper afterwards? Like, what do you do? You just throw it away. Just throw it away. It's fine. The point is, it's activated and being released into the universe by that water, right? By it being submerged in the water. That is what's activating it. That is what's making it release into the universe. So, I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some insight. If you were like, well, I don't know what to do for New Year's, I don't know how to establish the energy that I want to. I'm hoping that this gave you guys some good ideas and a good place to start. Like I said, cleansing, cleaning, releasing, great for that. And then just establishing the energy that you want to bring in, right? And then, like I said, taking care of yourself, making sure you're taking care of your needs, emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, because that is so important. And I feel like that is something that's going to be brought up again in this upcoming year. We just need to take care of our needs. We just need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. So be attentive to you. Take care of you, because there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with prioritizing you, because you are important, right? And you deserve to be taken care of. So allow yourself to take care of you is what I'm trying to say here. But right. This is just a short, small video today. Didn't want to go on forever and ever and ever. But I do have some people in the community that I feel like we should celebrate, that we should support, and sticking on theme with supporting Black-owned businesses and Black content creators. If you are someone who's into reading poetry, there's this Black author who created this poem book. It's called Not a Monolith. It is literally, I bought it. It's on its way here, and I cannot wait to read it, right? I've been trying to get into poems. I've been trying to get into those types of books of recently. So I'm really excited to read this book and tell you how awesome it's going to be. But if you want to support a Black author, read this book. I hear amazing things about it. Not a Monolith. I have it, right? It's on its way, and so I will let you guys know what I think of this book, okay? It's in the list of the books that I need to read. This is a side tangent here, but more. I have actually been reading more lately, which I'm super happy about. I stopped for a small moment there, and I'm just really happy because I managed to read like 3 books this month, which is a lot to me. Okay, that's a lot. And they were not like small books; they were like big books. One of them being the Odyssey. Um, so it was a lot. It was good, and I am very, very happy about it. I feel like I accomplished a lot there. So I am excited to read more books and learn more information. Another person who I think we should really support and show some love to is the Black Witch Yaya, right? They have a YouTube channel. I think they make really great educational videos. If you're like, I want to learn more about spirituality, I want to learn more about witchcraft, they are someone who you can definitely learn a lot from. And like I said, their name is Black Witch Yaya. Please go follow them, watch some of their videos on YouTube, because they're just so informative. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your year. And I hope you guys start this new year off right? Enjoy it. Live it up.